Hello and welcome to another video. It's officially fall and I've been in a really crafty mood, so I thought I'd bring you along as I decorate my house and indulge in some holiday crafts. Halloween used to be pretty low on my holiday tier list, but in the last few years I've come to really enjoy this time of year, mostly for its decorating potential. There are so many motifs associated with Halloween and the fall season in general that, as an artist, I can't help but love it. I also love giving out candy to the kids in my neighborhood. Halloween for me has become a real community event. So here I'm making a simple garland using these mini felt pumpkins from Target. I got 2 boxes which came with 16 pumpkins, and I just threaded them together with some cotton twine. I got a 6-foot long garland out of it, but you can make it even longer if you added some palms between the pumpkins. I think that would look really cute. I love how bright and cheerful it looks. It really adds a nice pop of color to my fireplace. Then I picked up some fabric from the Dollar Tree to make some shabby chic pumpkins. I had seen these velvet pumpkins at a local home goods store and decided it'd be kind of fun to make my own. This is a really easy DIY project that you could do with kids, with a little bit of help of course, and I think the pumpkins turned out pretty good for the amount of effort involved. Basically, you just cut a circle out of some fabric. An easy way to do that is to first cut a square and then fold it into quarters and round off the corner. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. If it's a bit wonky, that'll just give your pumpkin more character. Then you just sew an up and down running stitch along the edge. Here's a better view of that. Then when you've gone all the way around, you just pull on the ends to gather it up into a sort of dumpling shape. I added some rice at the bottom to weight it down and filled it with polyfill. Once you've got it nice and plump, you just close up the top with a few stitches. I also added a stitch through the bottom to make the creases more pronounced and give it more of that pumpkin shape. For the stem, I'm just using a cut piece of a branch. You can use a real pumpkin stem. I'm planning on saving the stems from my pumpkins this year so I can use them next time. You can also use a cinnamon stick. I also picked up a few other things at the Dollar Tree with the idea of making a sort of kitschy Halloween wreath. I'm reusing an old wreath I upcycled in a previous video. I removed the florals but kept the bow because I thought it kind of matched the orange in the sign. This is actually a yard stake that I just cut the bottom part off of. I really liked the vintage cat illustration. To attach the sign, I glued some pipe cleaners onto the back, threaded them through the wreath, and twisted it tight. A lot of these little tricks I learned from a YouTube channel called Jenny's Wreath Boutique. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. I could have honestly just stopped there, but I decided to bedazzle it with some glittery pumpkin picks and some shiny ornaments. I started by just placing the pumpkins and ornaments loosely, and then once I was happy with it, I glued them in place with my trusty old hot glue gun. I'm pretty happy with how this wreath turned out. It's definitely not my usual style. I usually go for more elegant floral wreaths, but I think it's fun and festive and appropriately tacky for Halloween. I tried adding some berries and twigs to the wreath, but in the end I decided there was enough going on and left it off. The last project I want to share with you is a fall floral arrangement inspired by these dried thistle stems that I got at Joann's. I also gathered some other faux flowers and greenery from my stash that I thought would go well with it. I really love this purple peony. It's from a shop called Floral. I also added some green hydrangea. I'm using this little basket I thrifted as my container, and I put a piece of chicken wire on top to create a grid. This is actually a florist trick I learned to help hold the stems in place. I also stuck some crumpled paper at the bottom of the basket to give the stems something to stick into. I'm starting with the greenery and just cutting up the stem into smaller pieces. Now, this is one of those trust the process moments because initially it was looking a bit strange and not what I had envisioned, but I do like how it came out in the end. This stem is called spiral eucalyptus, which you'll see in a lot of faux and real floral arrangements. It just adds a nice texture. The great thing about faux florals is you can really manhandle them. Here I'm bending the stems to get them to splay out more instead of sticking up straight. Once you have your base, then comes the fun part where you get to add your flowers. The trick here is to try and get it to look a bit random and not too orderly. You want to spin your container around to make sure it's looking good from all angles. And lastly, I'm adding the larger flowers. And here's what it looks like in better lighting. I will say that the spiral eucalyptus doesn't look very realistic, but I love the colors and the overall look. I hope this inspired you to do some fall decorating of your own. This video marks 1 year on YouTube, so a big thank you to everyone who stopped by. I really appreciate it and look forward to making many more videos for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.